Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Greg at Chaos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate for you how to apply a graphic using the hinge method. We're going to do a center hinge. There's two different ways I use, either center hinge, depending on how big the graphic is, or a side hinge. If it's small, it's easier to work with. You'll use a side hinge. Or as you get more experience, you'll be able to handle more vinyl with the side hinge. Anyway, so what you want to do is, let me just pop it out of the way. First thing is always make sure your area is clean. This is 90% alcohol. You can use that 70%, 90%, whatever you got, whatever CVS got on sale that week. So clean your area. This is just a piece of metal, just for demonstration purposes. Tools you'll need for this: masking tape, tape measure, razor blade, and a squeegee. If you buy the graphic from me, you'll get a squeegee for free. See what I did there? All right. So graphic's going to come like this. There's a clear, we call this mask. This is a clear mask applied because this vinyl is air egress vinyl. So it goes on dry, absolutely dry. Do not wet it. If you wet it, it'll be ruined. So you get this, jockey your piece into place where you think it's going to be. Find your center on the transom or door or whatever you're putting your lettering on. I like to use two pieces of tape, one on each end. And with this graphic, it's cut on an angle. It's not a straight graphic, of course. So what you'll do is, or what I'll do is, I'll send you a straight line. All right, that's going to be your line to measure off of. When this is designed, it was designed a specific way on a certain arch, and we want to maintain that arch. So what I'll do is I'll give you that line, and you will utilize that. So I'm going to set this to 9 inches. All right. So this is going to be straight 9 inches, 9 inches. By hair moved. All right, so there we go. 9 inches. This is where we want it to. This is where it's going to end up. Its final resting place. So now the hinge comes in here. You're going to run a piece of tape directly over the graphic and onto the media that you're working with, transom or a door or whatever. Next move is this piece of tape here. This piece of tape going from an anchor, now it's going to become a guide. So you're going to cut the tape. I cut it on top of the white paper as not to cut into whatever you're working on. A light cut, even if you have to tear it a little bit, that's even better. All right. So now when our hinge starts off like this, you pull this back, and when you lay it down, you are going to line up the tape with the tape. That way you know you didn't move, everything's in place. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull this back. All right. Lay it on itself. You're going to peel from this corner, or whichever corner you want, and you go nice and slow, because sometimes the vinyl will get stuck to the paper if it's cut like a little bit too deep, and it'll get hung up and you'll wind up stretching the vinyl or ripping a letter. So when you get to this area here, you're going to get your razor and you're going to cut. Again, don't cut on the substrate that you're working on. Cut it in the air. I have this pre-cut just because I'm special. So cut that piece of paper and throw it to the side. Next, you're going to grab the corners, pull it across, and line up your tape marks. Now, what's going to happen is this thing is so in place that, and the vinyl's so wide, it almost can't go out of whack. It's just, it can't do it. So what you'll do next is grab your squeegee up, down, just like this, overlapping strokes. I'm using the felt side. It goes smoother. Once you're done, you can put it down in the place even better with the, the regular hard edge. So now that this piece is in place, you have created another hinge. So you can remove this tape. All right. That is now garbage. And you're going to go over to this end and you'll do the same thing. All right. Just cut the edge, pop that up, hinge back over itself. All right. Peel the paper. Like I said, nice and slow because things get hung up. Different vinyls, like this machine was set up for a vinyl with a laminate on it, so it would be thicker. So what happens is the machine cuts a little bit deeper when I didn't put a laminate on this vinyl. This is just to demonstrate. When I send you any kind of graphic, there's always a clear laminate applied to it to extend the ink life and to extend the life of the vinyl. So now that you have that piece peeled off, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to come back this way, lay it down. Your lines line up perfectly. Now you're going to work from the center out. Now I like to work from this center going this way, but the squeegee is going to go out like this, just like that. If by chance you buckle up and get some kind of wrinkle, grab the corners and pop the vinyl back up. All right. And then squeegee. I think I'm going to use a little bit. All right. Once it's in place, you could go down and put like a little bit more force on it, so you're really getting that vinyl to grab. And once that vinyl squeegee down, it's going to be very difficult to get off. Now, when you peel off this mask, you're going to, I always peel flat against the substrate and slow, because you want to make sure all the corners are down. If you have a little sharp edge, it may peel up. When I'm dealing with boats or something that's going to get washed a lot, I try to round off all the little corners so it's less of a chance of it getting stuck on a towel while you're drying it or anything. All right, so that's down. I'm just going to, I did a bad weeding job. I left that little piece in. So it's down, it's in place, it's straight. Really can't ask for more than that. It's not very difficult. Don't be scared. When you're working on metal, this stuff sticks a little bit faster. But when you're working on fiberglass, it really doesn't. It's very easy to work with. You know, nice and straight, straightforward. Always squeegee out, so you're always pushing the air out and away. And just work in an overlapping pattern, and you'll get great results. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you watching.